Well, Coach, as far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out Empower Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an AFC wildcard matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. It's that most wonderful time of the year, the NFL playoffs, as we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Set, 180. Get ready, get ready, get ready. Check. Up, check out.
They start this with a run for Powell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Here's Powell. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Under 10, under 10, 10. Hey, alert 33.
On 2nd down now. It's Powell, and this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
We got this. Broncos first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Set, 180. Check back 21. I got one.
Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Ready? Singles. Hey, alert.
They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And this is taken in at the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And he'll
get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. So they take the opening kickoff and drive it all the way down the field.
And that's the last thing you want defensively. On the road, in the playoffs, and now you're down a touchdown right away.
Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Jackson going to get this out to Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Play action. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2. Here's Jackson. And an alley to run. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 38 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass. Defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Going quickly here to Thomas. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the 1st quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. 1st quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Play action is supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you have people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield flushed out right. He'll run it. Now Mayfield lost the football, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Hey, 180. Check Mike 21. Ricky. My touch.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield is going to go for a big play downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 180. Check Mike 21. No chance.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. On first down, Dobbins. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 30-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Broncos 14, Ravens 7.
Here we go. In your face.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos' 28.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt them later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 39, Mayfield. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
The good signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing, Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You know, always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go for the goal. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Jackson to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Terry McLaurin taking it in as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A quick throw here out to Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson and the offense come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Back to the ground, this time with Bell.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On 3rd down, here's Bell. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
They run with Powell. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A huge play there for Denver. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield. Flush to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point from McManus is good, and that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kicker.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Here's Mayfield. Got his man. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Denver. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Broncos push further out in front. And, oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive. And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. They go play action with Jackson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. 12 yards to pick up there, good for a Raven first. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A loss of 2. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Jackson. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Caught here by Bell. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the 2nd half of this AFC wildcard game. This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Time to end it. Check 55. Come on. Hey, let's get that home.
On 3rd down. Dobbins, and he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up a run the darn ball, pick up the 1st down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short, that's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 41-yard line.
Again, it's Bell. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to number 88. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Broncos' 39.
From the 39, Jackson. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he's got room. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 48 yards on the ground. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
180! He's coming. You can't block me. You can't block me.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Will Parks. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver.
Hey, 96 is coming. You know Mike 96. 56. Slam. Hey, alert 3. Watch twist.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Hey, check 24. Check.
Jackson slings this deep for McLaurin. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it's going to be 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Play action. It's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Powell. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Mike 57. Hey, tight.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on, and he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Melvin Gordon saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good, and that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. 1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL. On EA Sports. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the 4th quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
He's checking. Gun.
Now it's the backup, Newton. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Set, ready. Pittsburgh. Get in the weight room.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
23 yards. 1st down, Ravens.
You got nothing.
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 15-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that, a team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right? As the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Check.
Newton buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
So finally, at this stage of the game, he lets his legs carry him for a big-time first down. But I think this is all set up by his eyes throughout the game. He's been taking it all in as he's watched this thing unfold. And finally, the eyes carried the legs and took him downfield.
You're right. His longest run of the game waited until the 4th quarter, and maybe that lulled the defense to sleep a little bit. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. "11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the Ravens' 22-yard line.
So 180. Mike 21. Check Mike 21. We own them. We own them. What do you?
And they take a knee. The last two plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. And they'll indeed take a knee. Getting into the playoffs is one thing. Now they get to move on. Just 8 teams left.
The dream stays alive. Everyone's gunning for the Super Bowl. That's the ultimate. But you have to get there in incremental steps. One win today gets them one step closer.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners as we say so long from Denver.